Welcome to page number 3 in Unit 8. Now let's check it together. Let's start with the first exercise we have. We're going to read these sentences and the ones which need more information to make sense, okay? So let's mark it together. Here we go. This one here, right? I want you to take a look at the exercise before we do it together. All right. You got like 30 seconds. Or you can just pause the video and just take your time, take all the time that you need. So the first sentence we have is, the apple tree in our garden needs to be cut down. So we can say the apple tree in our garden, which my grandfather planted 60 years ago, needs to be cut down. So we can add extra information to it. Let's go to number 2, people live longer. So we can say people who do regular exercise live longer. Okay, that's a possibility. You can add anything else. Number 3, she married a man. Okay, if we stopped here, it would be very strange. So we can say she married a man she met on holiday in Turkey. That's a possibility. Number 4, the Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef in the world. So if we wanted to add extra information, we can say which is located in a certain area, which is located in Australia, for example. So that would be an extra information or an extra piece of information. Number 5, did I show you the photographs we took last summer, maybe? Number 6, let me introduce you to Petra James, who works in our office. I'm looking for a book that tackles English stories or English grammar. I was speaking to someone you know, or I was speaking to someone who you met before. So let's go to another exercise. Okay. So we have in this exercise here, we're going to have groups of adjectives and we want to match them with the topics in A. So let's try it together. So we can say a mistake, we can say embarrassing, a holiday, we can use with a holiday relaxing, boring, exhausting. With gossip, we can say shocking or embarrassing. A journey, it could be exhausting, like an exhausting journey, or boring. A job, we can say exhausting, boring, challenging also. The weather, it could be depressing. And a TV documentary, we can say it's shocking or boring or depressing. So we're going to listen to some conversations about the topics, and you're going to say how the woman feels and why. So get your notebook and let's start listening together.
Tape script 8.3. 1.
It's raining again.
Oh no, another miserable day when we're stuck indoors.
Cheer up. It's good for the garden.
I don't care about the garden. I need some sunshine.
2.
How was your holiday?
Great, thanks. Just what we needed.
Did you do much?
Not a lot. We just sat by the pool, read books, and took it easy for 2 whole weeks. Absolute bliss.
3.
Have you heard about Dave and Maggie?
No, tell me.
Well, last week they went to a party. Had this huge row in front of all these people and...
Did it get physical?
Oh, yeah. Maggie shoved Dave into a flower pot, told him to get lost and went off with another bloke.
What? I'm amazed. I just can't believe Maggie'd do such a thing. It doesn't sound like her at all.
4.
Come on in. You must be shattered. Oof, I am. I've been travelling for the past 30 hours, and I haven't slept a wink. I know. I can never sleep on a plane either. Just sit down, take it easy, and I'll get you a drink.
5.
How's the new job going?
Good, thanks. Very good. But it's quite difficult. I'm having to deal with so many new things. Still, I'm enjoying it all.
I know what you mean.
It's great to be doing something that's so satisfying and meeting so many people from abroad.
Absolutely.
6.
There is just nothing good on TV tonight.
What about that wildlife program?
Do you mean the one about the life of frogs?
Yeah. Does it look any good?
You're kidding. It looks absolute rubbish.
7.
What's the matter with you?
Oh my gosh, I've just put my foot right in it.
What do you mean?
Well, I was talking to that lady over there, and I asked her when her baby was due, and, she told me she wasn't pregnant.
Oh no. That's awful.
All right, so I think these were hilarious sentences. So number 1, so the woman was, she feels depressed because the weather is depressing. And number 2, she feels relaxed and the holiday was relaxing. And number 3, she feels shocked and the gossip was shocking. And number 4, she feels exhausted and the journey was exhausting. With an ing. Number 5, she feels challenged by her new job. So the new job is challenging. Number 6, she feels bored because there is nothing on TV and the documentary looks boring. And number 7, she feels embarrassed and her mistake was embarrassing. So these were the sentences. So we're going to complete in number 6 here in exercise 6, we're going to complete each pair of sentences with the correct form of the same verb, once as a present participle, adding ing, and once as a past participle. So let's do it together. Take 5 seconds to look at them and let's start solving. Okay. So you can choose like a verb and do both variations with it. For example, I hurt my leg playing football. Bridge is a card game played by 4 people. Okay. It says made in Korea on my camera. I have a job in a cafe making sandwiches. Number 3, I have spent the whole morning writing an essay. On the wall was some gravity written in big letters. And number 4, goods bought in the sales cannot be refunded. And I have spent all my money buying Christmas presents. And number 5, the police caught the burglar breaking into a house. Careful, there is a lot of broken glass on the floor. Okay, so again, it's a playing, played, made and making, writing, written, bought and buying, and breaking and broken. So let me write them for you. All right, so you can take notes and then let's move to another exercise. We're going to use or add the words and phrases from the box to make this short sentence longer, okay? And let's listen together and check how this is gonna be made, and you can take notes of that.
Tape script 8.4.
A cool young man was walking slowly down the busy street, lost in thought, listening to music and humming to himself.
All right, so what is the sentence that you heard? Okay, so it can be a cool young man was walking slowly down the busy street, lost in thought and listening to music and humming to himself. That's really nice. Would you like to listen to it one more time?
Tape script 8.4.
A cool young man was walking slowly down the busy street, lost in thought, listening to music and humming to himself.
All right, so I guess this time is a little bit easier. Now we got here, we're going to choose 2 sentences and make them longer, all right? So I want you to try it first. Okay. Would you like to write it down under the video? All right, so you can pause the video, choose the sentences, write them down, write down the exercise number, and let's listen and try to compare the ideas that you got.
Tape script 8.5. 1.
A beautiful long-haired girl was sunbathing drowsily on the wide, white, sandy beach, wearing a fashionable polka-dot bikini.
2.
A huge, bald, angry-looking policeman came running into the crowded room brandishing a gun.
3.
A 10-year-old English boy found a black leather wallet containing 1,000 euros on the Paris metro.
4.
The once famous aging actor Kirk Power was seen entertaining a young blonde lady in the expensive French restaurant frequented by many glamorous film stars.
5.
The much-longed-for skiing holiday in Austria was a complete success, enjoyed by every member of the family.
All right, so let's try to do them together. I'll give you like a hint of what they said. So in number 1, for example, they said a beautiful long-haired girl was sunbathing drowsily on the wide, white, sandy beach, wearing a fashionable polka dot bikini. They added a lot of adjectives here. Number 2, a huge, bold, angry-looking policeman came running into the crowded room, brandishing a gun. Number 3, a 10-year-old English boy found a black leather wallet containing 1,000 euros on the Paris metro. Number 4, the once famous aging actor Kirk Power was seen entertaining a young blonde lady in an expensive French restaurant frequented by many glamorous film stars. And number 5, the much longed for skiing holiday in Austria was a complete success, enjoyed by every member of the family. How lucky, right? Okay, now let's move to another page here. And we got again some adjectives that can go with some adverbs. So you're going to match them together. All right, so take a look at them. And then let's do it together. So we have here this exercise, Group A and Group B. You can pause the video right now to help you think better. And then we're going to do it together. So in Group A, the adjectives in Group A could go with very, and the ones in Group B will go with absolutely. Because very is usually it usually goes with gradable adjectives, or that can show more or less of a particular quality, like good and bad and beautiful. But absolutely can go with extreme adjectives, like, for example, adjectives when we say marvelous, it's absolutely marvelous, or it's absolutely freezing. Like when we say absolutely freezing, we can say very good, very cold. So we can say very good, very bad, very big, very wet, very nice. What else? Very unusual, very surprised. So you can use it here. But absolutely, we can say absolutely marvelous, absolutely fantastic, absolutely awful, brilliant, priceless, ridiculous. So we can use absolutely with that set of adjectives. So let's listen and try to complete the conversations here with suitable adjectives. All right, so let's do it together.
Tape script 8.6. 1.
Did you get very wet in that shower?
Shower? It was a downpour. We're absolutely soaking.
2.
I bet you were quite excited when your team won.
Excited? We were absolutely thrilled.
3.
I'm so pleased you're coming on holiday with us.
Well, I was absolutely delighted to be asked.
4.
Come on, nobody'll notice that tiny spot on your nose.
They will. I just know they will. It's absolutely enormous.
5.
I thought she looked rather silly in that flowery hat, didn't you?
Silly? She looked absolutely ridiculous.
6.
Oh dear, have you had a bad day at work?
Bad? It was absolutely awful.
All right, so number 1, we're absolutely soaking. And number 2, we are absolutely thrilled. And number 3, I was absolutely delighted. Number 4, it's absolutely enormous. And number 5, absolutely ridiculous. And the last one, it was absolutely awful. So we're going to listen to these sentences here, and I want you to try to guess which pair is more positive of the adverb quite. Now let's listen together.
Tape script 8.7. 1A.
She's quite clever.
1B.
She's quite clever.
2A.
He's quite nice.
2B.
He's quite nice.
All right, so can you try to guess this from the intonation of their voice? So 1B and 2B are more positive because of the way they said it. So let's listen to number 5 here and try to read it after that and repeat it out loud according to the meaning. Say it in the same way. So let's listen together.
Tape script 8.8. 1A.
The film was quite interesting. You should go and see it.
1B.
The film was quite interesting, but I wouldn't really recommend it.
2A.
I'm quite tired after that last game. Shall we call it a day?
2B.
I'm quite tired, but I'm up for another game if you are.
All right, so you can try to listen again and again and try to say it in exactly the same way they said it. So we're going to read this speech and you're going to try to guess who is speaking and why. And you're going to rewrite the speech and make it more extreme by changing and adding adjectives and adverbs. So let's try it together. All right. Let's listen. We got a lot of listening in this unit and it's really good. Lots of adjectives and adverbs and different variations.
Tape script 8.9. A night at the Oscars.
I am absolutely amazed and delighted to receive this award. I am truly grateful to all those wonderful people who voted for me. It is extremely rare for a musical to win Best Movie, so this is a huge honour. None of us could have predicted Angel Voice would be such an enormous success. It was an absolutely fantastic movie to do, not only because of all the brilliant people who worked on it, but also because of the incredible amount of stunning new talent we were able to develop. My special thanks go to the gifted writer Clark Miller for the fascinating characters and hilarious script, to Michael Kellerman, the excellent musical director, for the marvellous songs and thrilling musical score, to the set and costume designers for their truly amazing creativity, and last but not least, to my wife Marcia, for her priceless support. I absolutely adore you all.
All right, so I hope you could get the variation of the adjectives and adverbs that he used. He used different ones, so you can listen to it again and notice the difference between the reading script and the one that the audio that you heard. You'll find that he used enormous instead of big and marvelous and different adjectives instead of the ones that are used. So get ready for the next 2 pages and don't fall asleep now. We still have a lot to do, so you can get a break and then let's move on to the next video.